All right, thank you everyone so much for joining me today. We really appreciate it, but we are going to wait just a few more minutes to make sure that everyone is able to sign in, and we will begin shortly. Okay, thank you everyone for joining us today for our webinar on how to stay inspired and motivated. We are so excited to have you with us today, and if at any time you've got questions, you are welcome to enter those in the chat box. We will have a Q&A at the very end of the webinar, so make sure you stick around for that, and I'll be able to answer any of those questions that you've entered. Or if you'd rather actually ask me your question, simply click your hand and I'll be able to see that you've raised it, and then I can unmute you and you can actually ask me your question to have answered during the webinar. Now, for anyone who's not familiar with UnitWise or any of our social media, I'm Christina. I'm the product manager with UnitWise, and to give you a little bit of background, it was launched in 2009. It was created by a director to help other directors manage their businesses successfully. And using customer feedback along with our in-house technology, UnitWise has been able to help thousands of directors and consultants around the world grow their businesses. Now, I do just want to start today with a quote. Shia LaBeouf said, "Some people dream of success while you're going to wake up and work hard at it." And that is so true. We know how hard you ladies work to make your businesses and your dreams a success, which is why today we want to talk about key tips to staying motivated and inspired. It's the middle of February. It's been a few weeks since leadership, and we've got a few weeks to go until career conference. So this is an easy time to wake up and just feel uninspired sometimes, or maybe have a lack of motivation to really work at your goals. But when you're inspired and motivated, you can accomplish anything. So today we're going to cover these key points to make sure that you never lose your inspiration or your focus. So the first key point is going to be getting organized. The second is setting your goals, and of course, the third will be splitting your goals into smaller, more manageable tasks. And finally, we're going to talk about staying focused. We will be going into our UnitWise account to demonstrate these key points to you today. And if any of you don't currently have a UnitWise account, you'll see for yourselves the difference a full-service business management solution can make. You'll benefit from all of the amazing features we offer, such as expense tracking, inventory reporting, your own personal website, and much, much more. So today we are going to take a look at the activities feature and how it will help you with those keys to staying motivated and inspired. We'll go to activities and calendar. Now, as I mentioned, the first step is going to be staying organized. And this is going to allow you to clearly see what needs to be done in your schedule. Staying organized is going to start by entering all of your events, all of your family time, any tasks that you have into your UnitWise calendar. And we're going to do that by going to create appointment. Now here you can see we've got plenty of spaces for you to enter all of the vital information for your event. We'll go ahead and create a party today to show you how it works. We are going to create a Valentine's Day party. And you can see this is defaulted at an all-day event, but we don't want to leave it at an all-day event. We'll make our party from 6:30 to 8 p.m. tonight. And we are going to enter the location. For this, we're just going to enter the location of our hostess's house. So that's going to be Nina's house. In our description, we'll put a sweetheart social. And to the right, this is where we will link Nina as our hostess. Now, if you have your hostess entered in your UnitWise account already, you can see they will start to pop up in the drop-down when you type in their name. So here we have Nina, and we'll just select her, which is going to tie her contact details to this party. Next, we can choose to show our event on our website. We're not going to for this because it is just a one-time invite-only party, so we're just going to leave that option alone. Next, we'll choose our purpose. So it's going to be a class, and we're going to choose our priority. We do have the option of selecting high or low, but we'll leave that at normal. And finally, we're going to color code this event so that we can look at our calendar and know exactly what it is. And we'll keep with the festive theme and just make it a pretty purpley, pinky red. Now, if we wanted, this event could repeat, but of course it is a one-time party, so we're not going to use that option. That would be more applicable to training or something of that nature. But we do want to add invitees to this event. So we're going to start by adding Nina, as she is our hostess. And we're also going to have Elena, because she's one of our invitees. We'll invite Amy, Allen, and we're going to invite Jane. Excuse me, Jane Smith. So once we have all of our invitees for our party entered, we can check this box to send them an invitee email as soon as we save our event. Not only can we send them an invitee email, but we can also send them reminders. You can add as many reminders as you'd like, and you can make it minutes, hours, days, or weeks before your event is going to take place. So as you can see, this calendar is not only designed to make sure that you keep up with your schedule, but to make sure that your invitees and your customers never lose track of the awesome events that you have going on for them. Now, if you ever have a gift certificate or a flyer or anything that's an image that you'd like to attach to your event, you can also add that here. You'd simply click Choose File, select your image, and save it. Now we are going to save our event so that you can see what this is going to look like. Here we have our Valentine's Day party on the 13th at 6:30. Now, if any of you use Google Calendar, you can actually sync your Google Calendar with UnitWise to ensure that everything is streamlined and you never miss out on an event. To do that, you'll scroll up and go to Google Settings, and we are actually going to click here to set our Google Calendar account details. We'll be prompted to sign in and then allow UnitWise access to our calendar. And with a few simple steps, you can see my Gmail account is now linked to my UnitWise calendar. So now the events on my UnitWise calendar, with the exception of recurring events and events that have already been created, will show in my Google Calendar. Now, if I want to pull events from my Google Calendar into UnitWise, I can simply click Sync from Google. And if my preferences have not been set up yet, to allow this, I can click Preferences and be redirected to save those preferences and allow that sync to occur. We do have the option here of sync calendar events from Google into UnitWise. We can also choose to sync our automatic tasks or show our Google events in our UnitWise website. But for today, we'll simply choose to sync our calendar events from Google into UnitWise and choose Save Preference. Now let's go back to Activities and Calendar. So now that you have the tools to stay organized, the next step is going to be setting your goals. By entering your goals in your UnitWise calendar, you make them tangible and you can see how much time you have to complete them. So let's say we have a goal of $2,000 in sales by the end of the month. We'll go ahead and enter that here. And we are going to make that a task, as it's not going to be an event or a party that somebody is going to need to attend. And I know that seems like a huge sales goal, but let's look at how much time we've got to accomplish it. So today is the 13th. That's going to put us right about 2 weeks, about 2 weeks and a day or so. And we're going to break that goal up. So we'll say on the 21st, we need to have $1,000 in sales. So we'll make our $1,000 sales goal there. And again, there's going to be a task, create event, and as you can see, it's very easy to create events with just a few details by simply clicking on the day. You can always go back in and edit those details, like choosing the event and clicking edit event details to add more information if you'd like. Now, we're not going to stop there. We're going to break this goal down into what we're going to do to accomplish it even. So we'll say on Wednesday, we're going to work on generating new leads. Friday, we're going to reach out to those leads. Now, the following week, maybe Monday, we'll give a call to anyone who hasn't purchased in more than 3 months. So we're going to call customers who haven't purchased in more than 3 months and just see if they're running low on anything. And in a similar way, on Thursday, we can schedule to reach out to current customers and just sort of check up on them and see if they are running low on anything or if there's anything they'd like to go ahead and reorder. So we'll do a current customer checkup. Now, with these new leads and reaching out to them, maybe we want to schedule a new customers party for Saturday. And we can actually change that to party and create the event. We can always go in and add our invitees and our details later. So as you can see, by clearly planning and entering the little steps to reach your big goals, they seem much less intimidating. You can continue to break this down as much as you'd like. You can enter everything you have to do for every day of the week if you'd like. You can really customize it to where you know what you need to do to reach that goal. And by clearly planning and entering, you've broken down these goals, and the next thing you're going to need to do is to stay on task. That is going to be a huge part of this. If you're organized and you've gotten your goals broken down, it's excellent, but if you aren't staying on task, you're still not going to be motivated and productive. So not only does having a business management solution such as UnitWise help you stay on task by allowing you to manage every aspect of your business in one place, it will also send you an automatic email every morning letting you know what you need to do that day based on what you've entered in UnitWise. So you'll wake up ready to start your day. Now we will go ahead and move into our Q&A. If anybody has any questions, again, go ahead, enter those in the chat box, and I'll go ahead and read those. Or if you'd like to raise your hand, I'll unmute you, and you can ask me your question. But while we're waiting for those to come in, we'll go ahead and go back into our UnitWise account, and let's just check and see if we've got any questions yet. It looks like Donna would like to know if her calendar will show up on her UnitWise website. Donna, that is a good question. You will have an events page built into your website, but that doesn't necessarily mean that all of your events have to show on that calendar. So we'll go back to activities and calendar, and we'll just take another look at our Valentine's Day party. We're just going to go to Edit Event Details, and on the right, if we check this box and save the event with that preference check, this event will show on our website, and on our calendar there will be a little globe letting us know that this is on our website. But if you don't want it to show, just leave the box unchecked, and as long as you save that preference like that, the event will not show on your website. And thank you, Donna. It looks like we've got a question from Clara asking if she creates a party, can she link her sales to it? And that is an excellent question, Donna. We'll go, excuse me, Clara, so sorry. But we're going to go ahead and go to customers and invoices so that I can properly show you how you would be able to do that. Now, for our event, we have several ladies attend, so we're just going to go to create invoice, and we'll start with our hostess, Nina. Now, we are going to make the sale type a class, as it did happen at our party, and the most important thing when linking your invoices to your parties is adding your accomplishments. So we'll click Add Accomplishments, and we're going to start typing in the name of our party, and you can see it does populate. And we actually have our hostess already entered because we linked them. Now, it's very important that while you want to link every invoice, you only want to enter the time spent, number of orders, skincare sets sold, number of interviews, calls and guests, bookings, and recruits once, as these will add up by invoice. So we generally recommend adding them to your hostess, but you can add them to whichever customer you like. So we'll say it was 6:30 to 8, so it's an hour and a half. We had 4 orders. We had 3 guests, and maybe we had a couple of future bookings. So we'll go ahead and add. And now that we've added those details, we can enter for invoice. So we will go ahead and add her products. Now, she loves the Mineral Cheek Color Shy Blush. And she also was a huge fan of the Soothing Eye Gel. We'll go ahead and scroll down and save those for Nina. Next, we are going to go back to invoices, create invoice, and we'll create an invoice for Elena. Now, we are again going to go to class, add accomplishments, type in our party, and we don't need to enter this information again because we did already enter it before. So we'll just click add, and we can start adding the products that she's purchased. So Elena loved the Renewing Gel Mask. She also really loved the Medium Coverage Foundation, and she really loved the beige. So we will go ahead and add those to her invoice, and we're going to go ahead and say maybe she was interested in 2 of the masks, and we will save that invoice. Again, back to invoices, create invoice. We'll create one for Amy, Alan, and Amy was a huge fan of the Sail to the Moon fragrance, so she'll buy one of the body mists, one of the lotions, and one of the shower gels. Again, we're going to select class, add accomplishments, enter our Valentine's Day party, and make sure that we're not entering that duplicate information. Now we can save our invoice, and finally we're going to create an invoice for Jane. Now Jane was a huge fan of the Appleberry lipstick. So after we pick class, add accomplishments, enter our Valentine's Day party with Nina Smith, make sure we're not duplicating this information. We will add a gel semi-shine Appleberry for her. We are also going to add a bronze foundation for Ms. James, and we can now save her invoice. To pull up the information you've linked to that party, you can go to Home, Reports, Sales, Party Sales. It's very important to make sure the date does apply to the date that you had the party, which today is the end date, so we can go ahead and run our report. And now you can see all of our invoices along with the sale amount, the subtotal, the tax amount are all going to show up. Even if we had non-recovered sales tax, we'd also have the option to view that. And the second way to view this information is by going to My Unit, Weekly Accomplishments. And you can see here we have our hostess along with all of those details we entered for her. And we are going to have the total for our invoices. Now you can also select to change the week, so if you ever want to view a past party, you have that option as well. It does look like the questions are slowing down, so we will go ahead and finish up. If anybody ever has any questions that you come up with later, you're welcome to call us or email us. And as a thank you to all of you for being our live guests today, you will receive a follow-up email with a special promo code that's going to give you a free 30-day trial of UnitWise. Now, if you've already got a UnitWise account, don't discard the email. Share that promo code with somebody that you know who could benefit from having a UnitWise account. Not only is it going to give them the free trial and an amazing business management program, it's going to help you earn referrals and work toward a free 30 days for your account too. So thank you all so much for joining us. Make sure you join us Tuesday, February 27th at 2 p.m. We'll be having our next webinar on how to become a director faster starting now.